Hey guys, today is another episode of Israeli Baseball Archives. I'm here today with my good friend. Tell us about yourself, your name, your age, and where you're from.
Well, my name is Klarfeld. I'm 67 years old, and I come from New York.
So, you're from New York, so what team were you a fan of?
First of all, I have to tell you, I've been in Israel since 1969. When
Oh,
I was
wow.
growing up in New York, there were three teams. There
Hmm.
was the Yankees in the Bronx. There was the Giants, who played out of the Polo Grounds in Manhattan. And there were the Dodgers, the Brooklyn Dodgers, who played out of Ebbets Field in Flatbush. And there was nobody in Queens, which is where I lived. And in my particular area, people were divided up between the three of them. In my small neighborhood, most of the people were either for the Dodgers or for the Yankees. I grew up a Yankee fan. Since when the Mets started in '62, they played out of the Polo Grounds in Manhattan, so they weren't really a Queens team until '64 when they built Shea. And I came to Israel in '69, so really I remained a Yankee fan all those years.
Nice. And you got to watch the Yankees during a very fun period,
I
too.
did, yeah. Whitey Ford, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, Clete Boyer, Bobby Richardson, Nelson Howard, Yogi Berra. It was quite an era.
Do you have a favorite player from back then, or a current favorite player?
No,
No? Okay, you just liked all of them.
yeah.
Nice. So, what's your relationship with the IAB? Are you
Well,
a player, coach?
well, right now I'm the chief umpire for the Israel Association of Baseball, which means besides umpiring in the senior league, I also I schedule the umpires and help them with rules and what's going on. In the past, though, I've done a lot of things with the IAB. I started in the late '80s, and yeah, I was the president of the Israel Association of Baseball for 8 years in its formative period. We went from 8 teams to 40 teams, built fields, started up. Smart enough to give it up after 8 years and let other people take over and continue to move things forward to what it is today. I've been a coach, coached national teams on every level, been to national tournaments. I've umpired into international tournaments. I had the honor in a couple of the tournaments to be the home plate umpire in the finals. Um, I've helped organize and being technical commissioner of 5 Maccabiyah youth baseball
Wow.
tournaments. We've had as umpire commissioner for European qualifiers, which were here. So I've done a lot with the baseball organization here.
So you have quite the track record. I mean, like, do you have some like top moments out of those?
Well, currently I'm coaching the varsity team for the American Israel School, the American International School here in Israel.
Hmm.
Last year we won our division. Finally, after 7 years of not winning our division or not coming even close, we won our division, going up this year to a new division, the higher division. That was a nice thing to happen. Over the years, I share of medals. Everything is fine. I've taught in Wingate for the summer, instructor's course for baseball. All good.
Nice. Wow. So you've certainly done a lot of important work for baseball in Israel, which is great. It's really good. So, what do you like about the IAB?
Well, the IB's in good hands. I like the fact that they very forceful and active in sportsmanship, code of sportsmanship, the way they work, the way they accept everybody, and there's no political connections, no racial connections, no religious connections. Everybody plays. We have very religious yeshiva boys playing with non-religious. We have a community of Arab Israelis or Christian Israelis that play as well.
Hmm.
Everybody's accepted. When they get on the field, they all leave that behind and they just play baseball and they have a good time. And that's one of the good things, great things about the organization. It also helps in the absorption of new immigrants that come from baseball countries. They come here, they meet people, they start speaking Hebrew, they meet other players, whether they're children, whether they're adults. It's all good, all nice.
It sounds like a wonderful experience. I mean, there's a lot of cultures mixed within IAB, and they make a lot of new friends, and they have this great experience. And it's really just baseball for everyone, which
It
is
is. It's baseball for everyone.
nice. So conversely, what can be improved about the IAB?
Well, the IAB at the moment is in pretty good hands. They have a lot of active people that are working hard, whether it's financial or administrative or logistical or equipment or making sure that the baseball technically runs. The way they have we need to build our base more of the younger kids. The bigger the base, the more you will get as the pyramid shortens and tops out to the bottom. You have to have a very big base of players who come. We lose them at age 18 when they go to the Army. They come back. So you want them to come back. You want them to continue, but you lose them not just from 18 to 21. Then afterwards they have to go to college. They have to go to this. They have to get back into life. It takes a while, but eventually they come back, and that's really good. We need to build our infrastructure to absorb a lot of players. You need a lot of coaches, a lot of areas to do that. That's basically. We have a couple of advantages because we're teaching from zero.
Mm-hmm.
People who've never seen baseball before, don't know how to throw, don't know how to catch, don't know how to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like in the States where they come sort of knowing what's going on, and you got to improve them. So we're teaching a lot of basic mechanics and stuff like that, and they get their game experience from games and that. No real baseball to watch you on television, stuff like that. Maybe one of the things I would do is see if I can get more demos going, more demonstration games going, where people are invited. They have like a clinic, 25, 30, 45-minute clinic on just, the basics of throwing, catching, base running, hitting a little bit, and then afterwards watch a game with coaches next to them explaining to the group what's going on in the game, how it's working, things like that, which can, build interest in it. Another good thing about the baseball in Israel, going back to one of the previous questions, is that besides learning baseball, they learn English, which is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually had English teachers call up and ask if we can play a baseball. They can
Wow.
take their class to play baseball in the park so that they would be able to, do everything in English. And we've done that too. We've done corporate clinics as well, where they want to have a day where they take somebody from a specific department, they take to the department, and they want to give them an outside experience together. And baseball could do that as well. It's a good experience for them. They have to learn how to do these things, and they have a fun time. And here and there, we pick up coaches, pick up people, and pick up interest in it.
Nice. So what you're saying is there's you can build a base from a bunch of different angles by having demos or just being that type of organization where you can also learn English and learn some good skills. And if a teacher can just leave their kids for like an hour, I'm sure they'd love that. And the kids get to just run around and have fun and learn some good skill sets. Like speaking
the more people that know about it, that see it, that have experienced some part of it, even a little part of it, will know what's going on. Will be able to understand what the game is sort of about. I mean, you never understand the game, even if you played for 50 years, right? But they'll be able to have an understanding of what's going on the field. They'll be able to understand it. They'll relate to it. Hopefully, at some time they'll play, or their children will play, and they'll know what's going on. Sometimes we have to teach the parents what their kids are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So the parents will come with their kids and bring them to the field to play in 10-year-olds or 11-year-olds. The parents have no idea what's going on. You've got to teach them also what's going on, so they have a basic idea of what's happening on the field and can understand and be with their children.
Wow. So it really does start from zero. Once you give them some information about if the parents and kids get a little bit of information, they learn to grasp and they're into it. Then they can just build themselves up, go through the ranks, and hopefully they'll get more people involved. And then
Absolutely. The whole idea is to get more people telling people with their kids, people grow up. I've gone the route. I've been doing it for 30 years. So people I started with at the age of 10 are now 40,
mm-hmm.
and they have their own children, and they're bringing their children into the game, hopefully at the minor level of, the 6 to 8 year olds. And that's good. And that's when it goes full circle.
Mm-hmm.
And also those kids are now coaching.
Yeah.
And doing and things like that. So that's important.
That's wonderful. That's being passed down. That it's being beloved, and the base is growing. So this organization is continually improving, which is great.
Continually improving, yes. Yeah.
So do you think that there's more widespread information about pro baseball, back in America and back from other countries? Would it help Israeli
baseball? That's a hard
baseball?
question to ask. I'll tell you the truth, because if somebody's not interested in baseball, having the information out there is not going to do any good. You need to just give the information to the people who are looking for that information. You first have to develop the interest, and then you can put in the Major League Baseball, and people start rooting for teams and things like that. We don't want baseball to be an alternative sport. We want it to be a mainstream sport.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to be a mainstream sport, you have to have people playing. Well, one of the things that they should do is get more into the papers about what we're doing locally.
Yeah.
Locally would be good, because then the kids' parents, especially if it's in an English paper, like Digital Post or something like that, the parents would want their kids to learn and read about it. And what better way to do it than tell the kids you're in the paper today?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
your team is in the paper today, or something like that.
And
Then
tell
in
their
those
friends.
articles, they can also have some, what's going on with United States baseball, with Major League Baseball, or even minor league baseball, or like Japan, or World Baseball Classic, which we did really well and stuff like that, which will give a big, will give a boost because people, from one will go to the other.
Mm-hmm. So it's better to do it locally than abroad.
No,
for
you
now.
have to do it all together. Do
True.
it all together. But yeah, I don't see anybody who doesn't have any idea of what baseball is all of a sudden starting to watch Major League Baseball to try and figure out what's going on. They have to learn the game. They have to know what's going on. They have to do a little clinic. I could see, like, if we have like a corporate clinic. I don't want to mention companies I've done it with, but like corporate clinic sends one of their departments, analysis department or whatever, for a day where they, for group togetherness and stuff like that, right? And they send them and have a baseball clinic. And some of these people might want to afterwards take a look and see what's going on, see what's going on in America. They understand now. Whoa, now we have to, after a half an hour, 45-minute clinic, I know the game, right? I'm going to watch Major League Baseball, and I'll be able to umpire from my house, from my chair, and tell people what's going on, which is, great. It will be good. But you need more of these. In order to get the people interested, you first have to get them interested in the sport as a sport, and then afterwards they will be interested in it as a following the teams and following what's going on in baseball all over the world.
Mm-hmm. The best way is essentially just get the word out. And once you do that locally, then you can incorporate pro baseball and get the more interest in just
Absolutely.
keep doing
Pro baseball is good because first of all they have their budgets. They come, they give clinics once in a while. When they do that, and everybody who knows comes rushing out to meet the pro baseball players or even the WT, all that stuff, which is really great. But I would say that most of the people who come out are people who know already.
Yeah.
It doesn't get new people who don't know who they are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, absolutely, to keep the interest active and alive, having events where a Major League Baseball player or coach or team or group comes over to give clinics, to give lessons, to sign autographs, that's fantastic. Everybody loves that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you have to remember, those are people who already are into baseball.
Yeah. So there's a couple of events that just happened. I mean, recently we had current baseball player Adam Warren and some of his friends come over. So events like that, do they really help the IB?
They do help. They help a lot because all the locals who play baseball, all the kids, all the stuff, all their parents and everybody and friends, they all come out there. They want to see this these people, and it really generates a great interest within the group of people, which is also one of the objectives. You want to keep the people inside also working. You don't want to lose the ones that are playing to get the new ones. Mm-hmm. So this is very good, and it ups the level, it ups the interest level. It's really great, and keeps them active. It keeps them supporting teams out of the country, all that stuff, which is great. Then you have if you have baseball at a normal hour on television, which is hard because it's a 7-hour difference in New York, and farther away it's more hours. So you end up games in the middle of the night. People are not going to step in the middle of the night to watch baseball, especially kids who have school the next day.
Yeah. And also just local competitions like upcoming, we have the Skills Challenge.
Yeah, the Skills Challenge is a great competition because it's at a level where you don't really have to be a huge baseball player to do it. You just get out there and we have like five skills competitions, mini competitions, pitching where you have to knock down cones and stuff like that, base running for the fastest time, catching ground balls, catching fly balls with the throws and everything. And hitting also in the cage, and you get scores. There's scorecards that go around the stations. They come back to everybody's having a great time. Then afterwards, since we're doing it on holidays, on Hanukkah Day, we have an award ceremony and a candle lighting, and then we have a all-star game afterwards where everybody can watch and have a good time and watch their favorite Israeli players play ball.
Mm-hmm. Do those local competitions help bring more people in, or is it just kind of? It seems like it's a bit more effective.
Each competition that we have has a different motive, a different goal. The Hanukkah competition, not the one I was talking about, where we get all the teams playing, is because at the beginning of the year we do a lot of practicing, teaching baseball at the ground level of zero, like that. And so after a month or so, the coaches need to know where they are with their team. There could be a team of 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 11, 12, they don't know. Look at everything. So we have a nice, low-level, easy, good competition where everybody's playing and learning, and the coaches are actually learning where they are, what they have to do to improve. So that's a great competition that we have, and everybody gets involved, and they have their uniforms and everything, and it's a good competition. Later on the end of the year, you have the finals, the championship competitions, also highly motivated. We have teams that go out of the country, that national teams. We have enrichment programs. All this stuff develops players and makes them solidifies more the attachment to the organization.
Mm-hmm. Not only do the coaches like see where the kids are at, but the kids also get to see where the hard work has come to fruition on the field.
Absolutely. Not only that, they also see where they are vis-a-vis other teams and other groups also. You don't know what you're doing. You may think that, we're just doing this, then you go there and say, we're great, or the opposite. We thought we were great, and we're not, or anything. But basically, everybody gets to play, and it's a great competition, a great learning experience for both the players and the coaches at the same time, on all the levels of youth baseball.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, that was my last question, so thank you for your time, Leon.